We're at, don't you, John?
You are at Professional Pride Realty, I'll bet.
Yes, we are. We're in their conference room. It's very nice, very spacious, terrific conference room here at Professional Pride Realty. Todd Bornhauser is with us. He is the president of the Northfield Chamber. We've got guests here, of course, including Pete from Professional Pride Realty. We have another guest, too, right, Todd?
Yes, we do. I have John Thomas with me, who is with Mr. JSE Technology Consulting, and he is our 2017 Ambassador of the Year. So our big celebration, we have our annual meeting and business recognition banquet tonight at the Grand Event Center. So it was perfect timing for you to come up in the snowstorm.
Yeah.
And so hopefully we've got another guest hopefully on her way as well, but we're excited to be here this morning.
Right. So it's still on regardless of what's happening outside.
Absolutely. This is a piece of cake. So
yeah, that is not much. The roads aren't bad. I came up from Faribault. It just went 50 the whole way, 55 is the speed limit. Which means when the conditions are dry, you're supposed to go 55, right?
Absolutely, something like that. I dwaddle all the time wherever I drive, so I'm usually the guy that's holding everybody else back. So.
Okay. Well, the thing that got me is the people that don't have their lights on. So get your lights on if you're out in this stuff.
That would be very helpful. Yes.
The visibility is not that great from vehicles coming your way, and I saw a lot of them with their lights off.
Yeah, well, so you got a car like me. I'm used to have running lights on every car I own except the one I drive. The van didn't seem to have it, so trying to remember to turn on your lights when you're used to just being in the auto position, it's pretty tough.
Yeah, well, the law, it's the law to have the lights on whenever there's any precipitation. But that's my soapbox for the day. So tell us what the Ambassador Program is all about in the Chamber, if you would.
Well, you know what? Instead of me telling what the Ambassador Program, I'm going to turn it over to John, let his beautiful voice ring out. Talk a little bit about the ambassadors, what they're involved with, and he can tell you why he won the award.
Okay. John?
Well, the Chamber Ambassador Program is kind of an outreach arm of the Chamber where local business folks gives us an opportunity. It's a tool that the Chamber has to mentor new businesses in the community, as well as visit and keep in touch with what's going on in the community through morning breakfast brews and the business after hours socials. The Chamber ambassadors also help the Chamber and the Director of Member Services by kind of a de facto volunteer staff going out and providing mentorship and touching, Chamber members, making sure that they're informed of Chamber events, how to utilize the Chamber, what's available with the Chamber, how to grow your business through the Chamber, and just making sure that they get good value from the Chamber. And I've been it's actually 5 years today that I started my business here in downtown Northfield, so a bit of an anniversary. It's kind of bittersweet, kind of a high honor to be getting this award on the 5th anniversary of the day you start. But the Chamber has provided me with such great tools to network and better understand businesses and build trust within the community and develop relationships. And it's all about the relationships in business. And Todd and Lindsay and Lisa have just done an absolutely outstanding job with what they're doing. And being a Chamber ambassador is part of the core values of my business, being involved in the community. So whatever I can do to give and support the Chamber has just been a great reward for me.
Awesome. We're going to take a little break here, get our opening market report, a service of your KDHL Agri Boosters. Then we return to Professional Pride Realty in Northfield and visit more with John Thomas and Todd Bornhauser, Pete Mergens, and maybe other people too when AM Minnesota. Yes, perfect timing. We are at Professional Pride Realty, and we have another guest that's just popped in the door. Smiling face and all. Todd.
It is amazing who we can get to come into it's kind of like Mr. Rogers' Neighborhood where we just have people pop in.
Yeah. Got a big cup of Java with her? She's smiling because of the cup of Java, I think.
Absolutely, and it's too bad we're not on tape, on
video.
Because she's got her, Service Master mug with her this morning. So.
Beth must be with Service Master.
Absolutely. So we have joining us our 2017 Business Person of the Year, Beth Ayat Nauman with Service Master by Ayat. So, and Beth, welcome. I'm so glad you could stop by as well. And the nice thing about it is that both of our two winners here are also members of the Faribault Chamber of Commerce as well. So, those individuals down in Faribault listening to us that'd like to come up and help celebrate tonight, we still have some tickets available, so they can call the Northfield Chamber office, and we can get them into the event tonight, and they can celebrate with a couple members as well. So very unique that we would have a couple winners that are both members of Northfield and Faribault, but I think speaks highly of the two organizations and the importance of networking and getting out to know your fellow business members, because these are the leads that they get for their businesses.
Well, most business people probably have to venture outside of their local community, the whole county. You know what I'm saying?
Absolutely. So, Beth, we're gonna give you about 10 seconds here of scare, but we're gonna turn the mic over to you. Maybe talk a little bit about what this award means to you. And also, you've been on the board for many years and coming off of the board at the end of 2016. So you've seen a little bit of this award in the past winners. So talk a little bit about what this means for you.
Well, thank you, Todd. First of all, it's an extremely humbling honor to be able to have my name up with all of the other distinguished award winners from years past.
Like one in the room here.
Like one in the room here, yes, Mr. Pete Mergens. And I have been on the other side of the coin by being on the chamber board and presenting this award the last several years to the recipients. And, never would I have imagined that I would, at just shy of 40, be able to stand up on the stage and put myself next to some of the most amazing business people in our community. But it is because of the mentorship and leadership of so many people that have taught me giving back is how you grow, and as long as you've got that passion for your community and your business alike, you'll be blessed so you can bless others. And that's been my mantra in my life, and I hope I can continue to do that and be an example for other people that may aspire to grow in business and hopefully one day be able to stand up on the stage as I will be able to tonight.
Sounds like you really would highly recommend a new business to join the chamber.
Absolutely. It's well worth it. There's friendships that I've made over the last 17 years that they're priceless, and I know that I'll have them throughout my career and throughout my life.
So when did you start the business?
My father started it just about 21 years ago. I was able to join him soon after I graduated college, so 17 years this June. We worked it together. He was one of the great mentors that I've had in my life, and I was fortunate enough to be able to buy him out about 3 years ago.
And you've enjoyed it?
I have. The cleaning and restoration industry is definitely unique. It's not something that I thought I was going to see myself in as I graduated college with a public relations and communications degree. But I knew that I wanted to be in the community. I wanted to give back to my family business, and I have not looked back since the day that I decided to ask my father for the opportunity.
I can tell she's a communications major here. You do a very good job. Might want to think, well, maybe not. I was going to say a career radio,
change.
But there's not a lot of money in it.
Yeah.
It's a lot of fun, though.
Absolutely.
And I enjoy what I do, just like you enjoy what you do, just like John Thomas enjoys what he does, and Todd enjoys what he does, and Pete enjoys what he does.
You have to have the passion.
For the whatever job because you're going to be
Absolutely.
in your job a lot of your life,
Yep.
time-wise.
Yep.
So if you've expanded, you said, Todd noted that you expanded into Faribault as well.
Yeah, we've been fortunate enough to be able to grow our area. So we service not only Northfield, but Faribault and Owatonna and all of the communities surrounding this kind of southern Minnesota region. We started just in Northfield, and we've been able to grow over the years. And really, our goal has been to be the one company that people can trust throughout the communities in southern Minnesota. There's been several other ServiceMaster franchises and other cleaning businesses in the area. We just felt it was best to be able to buy some of those other businesses out and have one name and one company where people know they could be the trusted source for any cleaning and restoration need.
So, Todd, how is the business person of the year chosen?
Well, the business person of the year is chosen by the past recipients, and we take nominations for both of those positions, or both of those awards, business and business person of the year. The business of the year is selected by the chamber board itself. We bring them all in, we feed them some food, we lock the doors. About 12 hours later, there's a little black smoke that comes out the chimney, and we've picked the winner.
This kind of reminds me of something that happens in some other country here.
It's a long process. We typically have a dozen businesses by the end, and it's quite a challenge to try to pick a winner of that. So those that receive that award, they're highly recommended. They go through quite a process, elimination process when we meet. On the business person of the year, we let those individuals that past recipients actually pick and choose, again, out of probably at least a dozen nomination forms that are turned in by our members. And again, have a long process. There's quite a few people that have done outstanding work. I will tell you that in this case, this year for Beth, when we took the first votes, she was on everyone's ballot, and so unanimous. So maybe a little bit easier choice this year than it has in the past. But again, really says a lot about the work Beth's done, not only within her own company, but also within the community as well. She's involved in many other activities. The only mistake I think Beth ever has made is hiring the current president of the chamber. But that was a relationship that she developed when I was up in Lakeville. She was also a member of the Lakeville Chamber of Commerce. And so, again, we spread those wings around. So talked me into taking this job, and that's her only mistake. And I'm sure we'll note that again tonight at the meeting. But I've got, two starry-eyed individuals here who are the winners this year. But I look at Pete, who won it in 2015 as Business of the Year. And Pete, maybe we'll turn the mic over to you, since it's kind of your show as well. But maybe a little bit of what that has meant now a couple of years later after winning the award. And then we'll let you talk a little bit about the housing market as well.
Yeah. Has it made a difference in your business?
Well, it has, and first of all, thank you, Todd, and thanks, Gordy, for putting this together again today. But, it has been very impactful on my life, much as Beth indicated about her path. Same thing for us here at Professional Pride Realty. It was an amazing honor because of the quality of the companies that are in this town and that do get honored by the Chamber. So it was a benchmark and a milestone for my company as well. So thank you very much.
You've seen a difference the last couple of years, you're saying?
Without a doubt, yeah.
The housing market's making a comeback?
The housing market is definitely making a comeback. We have seen year-over-year increases since the crisis, the mortgage meltdown, if you will. But I do have a couple of numbers I can quote you if you're interested.
I always
in
love
that.
numbers. I'm a stat guy.
So for our Northfield School District 659, we sold, when I say we collectively, that's the real estate market in general, 372 homes last year, which is up from about 365 last year. So believe it or not, the number is very close year over year. But the dollar volume is what is most remarkable. Last year there was $78 million in real estate sold, and for 2016 we sold $89 million. So that's almost 15% over 2015 in sales volume. So things are continuing to trend in the right direction, without a doubt. We have seen the average sale price this last year at $241,000. That's a number that continues to climb, but we do see a real lack of inventory still. And that is something that we are continuing to kind of deal with as we go.
In other words, there aren't enough homes on the market.
Correct. We need your homes. If you want to sell and it's time to move,
Now is the time to get premium price.
now is the time. Exactly right.
Thinking about selling, Todd? He's very happy where he's at.
He is. He is very happy.
I tried to drum up some business for you here.
Well, I appreciate that. I really do.
Well, that's awesome. I like those numbers.
Yeah, they're good numbers. They're heading in the right direction, without a doubt, and we're optimistic. People are concerned. They see the interest rates have risen in recent months. It's something that's inevitable. We have seen incredible rates for many years now, and they are going to go up, but it's not a reason to panic. The numbers are still very good, and we'll continue to help the real estate market as we see interest rates go up. It's something that has to happen over a period of time.
So what are people saying in your business about, the new president and where this is probably going to go?
Really there's not been much of a scuttlebutt about that, if you will. We have not, I think there's a lot of uncertainty. I think rates will, like I said, continue to climb, yet I don't think they're going to fall off the map. So, I think people need to just look at their life and their situation and move for the right reasons. You shouldn't plan on moving because, we're going to make more money on our house or less money. You really need to move for the right reasons. It's something that's, I think, really important that people understand. There isn't a great time to take advantage of the market. It's taking advantage of a situation. Seeing prices continue to climb, it's a good thing, but move for the right reasons.
All right. Good advice.
Candidates for our board for 2017 for our new board members, but really kind of a recognition of our outgoing chair, and then a recognition for our outgoing board members, introduction of our new board members, and then the 3 awards that we give, which is our Ambassador of the Year, Business Person of the Year, and then our Business of the Year. We should mention them that they are KYMN Radio. So
Wow.
and that started in 1968. So again, everyone's pretty close to celebrating some sort of anniversary date as well. And so, but have been a long-term stalwart in here in Northfield, and so we're just excited about all 3 awards that we're giving away tonight as well.
Cool. So I think we touched on Beth's choice, but John was chosen because he's a techie guy and can help you there in the chamber with you.
Well, John filled my pocket with lots of dollars, so he won this year. Actually, the Ambassador of the Year is there's no nomination forms that are filled out. It's really based on their participation and attendance at events throughout the entire year. So John talked a little bit about being hosts at morning business brews and business after hours. They also fill a very important part for us in that each of our ambassadors are work with our new members for the first year. So buddy system of helping them out, making sure that they're contacting and inviting them to different events that we've got throughout the year. So they do that as well. They also get rewarded for bringing in new members, so they also are part of our sales team force as well. And so they really, deliver membership directories. There's a lot of activities that they do throughout the year. They get points for all of that. And then there's a traveling trophy, candy dish that is given each quarter. And then obviously we pick the Ambassador of the Year at the end of the year. So it's all based on points. And so it gets very close. We've got some ambassadors that are almost, if not at every single event, bringing members in, doing an outstanding job of working with our new members to make sure that they feel welcome and get them involved within the chamber. So a critical role. We couldn't do it without our ambassador committee, and so it's John came to the cream of the crop. So which is truly amazing, knowing John's schedule, some of the expansion of his business this past year, to be able to commit the time and energy to be able to then work with the ambassadors as well. is tremendous. So my hat's off to John this year.
I was just going to ask John, it's amazing that you brought that up, because I was just going to ask John how he finds the time to go to all these events.
Scheduling. A very, very good calendar, and just not sleeping and running the business. But it's all about making the opportunity to give back and, get up in the morning, logo up, and basically have the mindset of how can I help, and just making that a part of your business, to be out there and building those relationships, because the best way to build a business is to build the relationships, and the business just follows right on behind that. So it was incredibly close this year. Lots of outstanding chamber ambassadors, and it was getting to the point, it was so close that the chamber ambassadors were all looking and pushing Lindsay for new ways to expand the ambassador program, so we could find more ways to find points and leverage it, because it was neck and neck all year long, and it was just a lot of fun. So very enjoyable thing to do. Just love being out in the community. Learned so much about so many businesses, some of the tours that we've been able to take, places that I've never seen or been before. Visits out to College City Beverage and going through and touring that facility, which is simply an amazing place. LKQ went out there and toured their facility. You drive by and you see a fenced-in salvage yard. It's so much more out there. I've learned so many things about so many businesses, visiting Beth's business, and just, being an ambassador, you just really get to know the community. So it's really awesome.
So tell me, John, about Mr. JST Technology Consulting.
Well, Mr. JST Technology Consulting, we started 5 years ago. Due to a layoff, we had the business part-time, and we started downtown. And 5 years ago today, I just made the decision that I just wasn't going to drive to St. Paul anymore. And that was the best thing. We've been downtown for the last 5 years. The 2017's been an amazing year. Because we've, this award here, and then we've also been able to acquire additional space at our facility, so we've recommitted to downtown for another 3 years. So we're just incredibly excited about growth. We're out dealing with small business folks and residential. We still go on site, and you still answer the phone. You still get me, and we just absolutely loving what we're doing, building relationships and taking care of people.
You're helping people.
It's wonderful.
It's got to feel good to help people.
Yep.
Same with you, Beth. You get to help people.
Absolutely.
Let's be honest. Most of us don't like to clean.
No. That's what we're here for.
That's the niche.
Yep, it is. And it's been enjoyable to be a part of it and to walk away from each job knowing that we've made a difference in somebody else's life.
That's got to be awesome, to help people. Pete, you help people too, Just think about it when they get their new homes. You know how exciting that is when you get a new home?
Most definitely. It's a very rewarding thing to do. It's one of the most important things that people do in their life, or the most expensive thing they do in their life, is the buying and selling of a home. So yeah, it's a very up close and personal thing to become involved in somebody's life like that, and so it's a real honor to help them get across the finish line.
You have any idea how long the average home is on the market here in Northfield?
I can, in fact, tell you that last year, 58.1 days, to be exact, is how long an average home is on the market.
Less than 2 months.
Yep. Not bad.
That's pretty good.
That's pretty good. That's pretty good. Anytime you can be within 90 days, I would say is, generally speaking, a balanced or a seller's market.
Sure.
So, somewhere in that range.
Has that gone down since you started?
Oh, yes. During the mortgage meltdown, we saw, 6 months for numbers. So it's a big deal.
Yeah. So again, if you're thinking about selling or buying a home, give Professional Pride Realty a call. Your number is
507-663-1100.
663-1100. That's pretty easy to remember. Todd, what time is that event tonight? And again, where's the location?
Event will start 5 o'clock with our social cocktail hour. 6 o'clock is the dinner, and then 7 o'clock the awards start. and it is at the Grand Event Center.
And they do a great job there. I've emceed a couple banquets there over the years. It's pretty awesome.
They do a fantastic job, and so like I said, we still have a few seats left, so if you want to call the Chamber office, 507-645-5604, and we can get you a couple seats for tonight's event, so it can come celebrate a garden show on Saturday, April 8th. So again, the event is sponsored, first of all, by Pete, Professional Pride Realty, so I thank Pete. He's done that for the last couple of years. Beth will have a double-wide booth that she's had for many years, and John the same way. So again, when you're looking at the people who are winning these awards, they are committed not only to their own business, but they're also committed to our organization, and it's a win-win for everybody involved.
All right, thanks. That concludes today's edition of AM Minnesota from Professional Pride Realty in Northfield.
Yeah, we join ABC News already in progress.
Seem to be contradicting his widespread claim of voter